Hello everyone. Today we are going to make my weekly spread for July, and I have to actually finish some of the weekly spreads that I've been doing and updating my journal. So we're going to do all of that together today. Just going to wait for people to join the live. Hello. Hello everyone. We're going to journal today, doing our weekly spread for the last week of July. I have to update my journal. My journal is very unupdated because this week was chaotic. I had lots of things to do. So yeah, if you hear any cats in the back, my cats are fighting today, so ignore that please. But we're going to start with my July theme. So these are the first pages that I did. I have to update my calendar because this week I haven't touched my calendar. So I'm going to do that now. This is my go-to pen. By the way, this is the Muji 0.38. This is the pen that I use for journaling in my bullet journal. It's my go-to. This is one of the pens that I've been using. It's from Artex. It's kind of like, it's an acrylic marker, so it's really opaque and like, looks like paint. So that's what I've been doing for this theme. And for this whole theme, I used watercolors for these grids, but I'm not going to do that for the weekly spreads because that takes a lot of time. Yeah, this month of July has been really full so far. I'm also going to update my to-do list. I have to kind of start planning on products for the shop for a shop update mid-August, and then I'm going to do another one in the fall. So I have to work on new products. I've been brainstorming. I'm going to do a July collection and an August collection, like if inspired by junk journaling. But I still have to think about the actual designs, but that's what I'm going to do. For my habits this past week, I think I have been doing a lot of different things. So I've been journaling a little bit. I can't remember the days that I journaled. I've been really weak on junk journaling because I've been so busy. My meditation has been great. Yesterday I wasn't able to, but yesterday I know that I did. I've been doing pretty much every single day. Every time that I have 5 minutes, I try to do it. Workouts. This week was another week that I did all of my 4 workouts at the gym. So I'm really happy for that. We went today. We went on Thursday, on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah. And we kind of did walks on these 3. I mean, I'm going to count 26 as our walk because we walked a lot on Saturday to go to the beach. So I haven't been able to take a lot of creatine, so I have to take it today. I know that last week was a little bit weak on that. And for marketing, I've actually been doing marketing every Monday and Thursday. I try to organize myself like that. And I also did on Friday. This is the first weekly spread that I did. It was pretty simple, but I really liked the layout. I think it was fun. And then I did another one, but the only problem with this weekly spread is that I messed up the squares a lot. Like for example here, I messed up the little square, like it was not supposed to be painted on this part because it was really hard to draw and then paint. So what I did for the next few weeks, I think this one was better because I did with coloring pencils and I could erase them, but it was also pretty chaotic. So I started doing this type of weekly spread, which is inspired by like the cover page, and I think it looks nicer. It's a lot less fuller. I have a lot of white space here, but I kind of like it. So these are the weekly spread that I'm going to do today. For this one, I still have to do the wiggly part, and I left less space between this part. So that's what I'm going to do. Now with bullet journaling, I just try my best to have fun with the theme that I'm doing, because I really like doing bullet journaling but having fun with it. I think that having a junk journal really helped in that area, because now I feel like I have more creative freedom to do whatever I want in my junk journal and in my bullet journal too. This one was a bit weird. But it's fine. I think in this one I did a lot of wiggly lines near the boxes and it looked weird. I think this one looked a lot better. So we're going to do something like the other one for this new weekly spread. Also, June and July, I didn't post any like bullet journal with me videos on Instagram, and I kind of missed those, but I honestly didn't have the time to do them. It's a bit sad, you know, life sometimes gets in the way and you don't have time to do what you love. It's pretty sad. So one of my goals for August is to do more of those videos and organize myself a little bit better and to do them more often. Oh, I have to update my bullet journal here. Feel free to also update your journal while you're journaling with me. Let me just see what I did also on Friday. Also, one of the reasons why I didn't use my bullet journal a lot this week was because I did calendar blocking on my Google account, like my Google Calendar, which was something that I haven't been able to do. But I did for this week, and it actually helped me a lot to have a less stressful, more productive week. So that's why I didn't look at my bullet journal that much. But it was because we were out at night a lot, so I wasn't checking in with things. So that is something that I need to change for next week, to look more at my bullet journal and into my Google Calendar and kind of work both out, if that makes sense. Because I like to use both, but sometimes my Google Calendar wins over my bullet journal, so I don't check it as much. And I have to change that. Right. So this is my weekly spread, and I think I'm going to do this same weekly spread, but for July, for next week, like the same weekly spread maybe. Or maybe I do like bigger blobs and not so many wiggly lines. We'll see. Also, I don't think this is the right pen that I've been using, so I'm going to grab another one. Yeah, the one that I've been using is this one. Okay. So I'm going to start doing the squares. Also, I'm going to play a lot with the heights of them because they are, like, I want something along these lines. So maybe that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna leave 2 here. each square for my weekly spread is going to be 9 squares width, with height maybe I'm going to vary a little bit probably. So maybe I'll do one here. This is too short. Okay, like this. Maybe a bit longer, and then this one goes shorter. It goes like this. Maybe like this. Sometimes I like to play with the layout of my weekly spreads just to give them a little bit more of a personality. So that's what I'm going to do. So the squares are not the same height. I'm not trying to look at that. And also the boxes are not going to be in the same height. So, you know, everything is going to be a little bit irregular. I don't know if I like this, but, you know, this was not really working for me. Maybe this is too much. I think I'm gonna do maybe not too high, but all the same height maybe. No, I'm going to stick with this. I just want to have a bigger square here. Not this one, but the one below, for my to-do list of the week. Like this. Yeah, this is great. This one goes here. Okay. They are a little bit funky, but they're fine. Now I'm gonna grab not my pencil yet, but a normal pencil, and I'm going to do the wavy lines. And I'm gonna do like this. Whoops. And then Yeah, I think it's fine like this. So I'm going to grab now a colored pencil. And I'm going to do the rough lines, but I'm going to actually erase these a little bit, because when you erase, I'm going to use a kneadable eraser. When you erase these lines after you painted everything, you're going to erase the coloring pencils, like the color of them from the page, and we don't want that. So I'm just going to erase them a little bit. I'm going to go over with marker afterwards. So it's just a little bit, so they are not super noticeable once it's done. Now I just need to make sure that I don't go over the boxes. And I'm going to do all the lines here. Like this. I'm just going to erase this part here. I'm not going to use, you probably can't see the pencil, but trust me, it's here. And I do the lines first thing because otherwise I'm going to mess them up. It has happened before, and I don't want to spend my afternoon erasing colored lines in my bullet journal. So I'm just going to do them right away. I feel like this weekly spread is not too hard to do. It just takes a lot of steps to make it happen, in my opinion. But it's fine. Okay, lines are done. I'm just going to start painting all the lines. and talk about the plans for the future and for my shop. So the shop has been really slow during the summer, which I don't bother a lot because I've been super busy, and I honestly, when I have an order, I treat it with care and I am super happy. But I feel like people are purchasing things from my shop when I don't have my shop like I wanted it to be, like I wanted to. There are a lot of things that I want to change. I got a Cricut machine, so I want to have reps for my shop. I want to send my stickers to people to actually promote my shop a little better and actually have Kiscut stickers on my shop. I need to purchase better paper for my stickers, find out a better, more affordable way to print my art prints for my shop. You know, I have a lot of things that I have to take care of for my shop, and I plan to do that for the shop update that I'm going to have in August, because I still have to plan the collections for this theme, July. Hi Maritza, thank you for being here. Hi, hello, thank you so much for being here. I was just talking about my shop and the products, but if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments, in the chat, I mean, and I'll be happy to answer. But as I was saying, I want to have a lot more things for my shop. I want to have reps for my shop. I want to find an affordable place to print my prints for my shop. I want to have Kiscut stickers, like flake stickers, better sticker sheets, better designs. I have to plan this collection, the July one with the blueberries. I want to create the collection for August, which is like 60 psychedelic. So, you know, I have a lot of things that I want to do, and thankfully my shop has been very slow now, and I haven't been actively promoting it because, yeah, it's not that I don't want customers and orders, of course I want that, but I want to have a better design and structure for my shop so I can sell and have products there that I truly like, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm overthinking this, but I don't like to have a shop and promoting it when it's not how I want it to be, like truly. At least that's what I feel like right now. I want to make sure that the next stickers that I send are die cut stickers, because my sticker sheets were not pre-cut. You have to cut them yourself, so I want to make sure that the next order I have, the stickers go like that. I want to have better designs. I want to spend some time drawing and planning products and all of that. Eventually, when I get a job, I really want to invest some part of my salary into washi tapes and maybe acrylic pins, you know, really like taking my shop to the next level, you know, step by step, but moving forward, not being stagnant in just the same thing that I've been doing for years. Also, I've been really into junk journaling, and I want to do workshops and sell things related to it. So I also have to brainstorm about that. Not a lot of things on my plate right now. I almost didn't do this live because today and yesterday we were fully busy with stuff going on, so I was really overwhelmed. But I also thought that if I don't spend an hour doing this weekly spread and just journaling by myself with you guys, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to journal today, and it's going to be another day that my journal is not updated, and I'm going to feel bad about myself. So yeah, I already compromised with people to have this live going, so I'm just gonna do that. You know, sometimes you have to have an accountability buddy or something on your schedule that really says, yeah, you're going to do this. You said you would have done this if you had the time, so you have the time, so you're going to do this. And here we are. I also want to have more live streams on TikTok. I did one and I feel like it went well. But you know, every time that I feel like I can have a live stream and I'm doing a journaling page, I'm gonna live stream it for TikTok. I'm really happy with social media right now. YouTube, not so much. I haven't been growing on YouTube. My growth is stagnant now. It's pretty sad, but I still like to post on YouTube, and I have people that just watch me on YouTube. So I will never leave YouTube, but it's really sad that I'm not growing as much now. My views are super, super low. The only two platforms that I've been growing, I've been growing in all platforms except for this one, and it's basically Threads and Instagram and TikTok. I've been growing super, super well on those apps, which is ironic because all my life I didn't grow on any of those apps. And now it's kind of like I feel like something is going in the right direction because I'm actually growing on those apps. On Instagram was really, really hard, and I had to test a bunch of things in order to actually start growing. And now I've seen growth happening and I know what works. That's why I like social media and marketing. You start studying the algorithm and what works and what doesn't, and eventually things get along. So that's what has been happening in my life, social media wise. Also, I've been trying really hard to get a job in this area. I love what I do on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, but that doesn't pay any bills. So I really have to, and honestly, I want to have a job. I feel like doing content creation full time is fun, but I'm not getting any money in, and that is stressing me out every now and then. It's the only stress that I have in my life, is that I don't have a stable source of income. So I really have to get a job. And I've been trying super, super hard to create content for brands and do all of that. So yeah. Also, one thing that has been happening, that is helping me. You watch me on Instagram. Thank you, Maritza. Oh, I'm going to close my pen so it doesn't dry. So you've probably seen that I've been posting a lot on Instagram. But another thing that has been helping me a lot with all of this stress and social media and such is actively journaling. I posted a reel a few hours ago about how journaling really changed my life. And I've been journaling all my life. I have a diary for probably since I have like 10 years old. But this year I'm taking to the next level. So I have a diary where I write all my thoughts when I need to. And I have a 5-year journal that I started in July. And that actually forces me to write something every day on it. Even if it's just like a short phrase of the things that happened on that day. It honestly helps me a lot to like reflect on the day and stop and write about the day that I had. And it sounds like it's something super, super easy to do and maybe meaningless for you, but for me, it's a moment where I just think about the day that I had, maybe like the day before or something, or 2 days ago. Sometimes I fail doing that every day. But I just think about the day that I had and what I did and what happened, and I write about it like 2 sentences max. And it really makes you pause and think about your day, you know. So it really has been helping me with that. And then if that day had a lot more things going on that I really need to talk about, I go into my diary and I just like actively write about it, you know. So on my 5-year journal is just like 2 sentences about what happened, and in my diary is like a full-on writing, like running, you know, my hand and writing everything that happened. I used to do morning pages when I was reading The Artist Way, but that got super complicated to me. I started feeling it and then I stopped reading The Artist Way. And I honestly have to go back to it. But now I'm reading another book that I got for my birthday, and I'm really into it, so I'm not going to stop that one to read The Artist Way. So for now, that's just what I'm doing. But journaling every day, it's amazing. And then I have junk journaling, which is something that I try to do like every other night or so with a good movie. The other day I did a page about like when we went out with our friend, with my parents, to a fair nearby, and I watched the movie for Five Nights at Freddy's again because it's going to come out, like the second one is coming out in December, and I just watched that movie. I did a little bit of journaling, and it sounds something so simple but made me really happy and relaxed. And I don't like to spend multiple days without journaling. So whenever I have the time, for example, today, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I'll probably just do it tomorrow because I have some reels to film. And today I have to do my weekly reset and plan my week and all of that. But, you know, maybe tomorrow night or Tuesday night, I'm going to do a lot of journaling for sure. Also, one thing that I use now is an app called Finch. I used that app a few years ago because one of my online friends was using it, and she was like, oh, you should use this app. It's like a pet that you take care of and helps you build habits and stuff. And I was like, oh my god, it's so cute, let me use it. I used it for a few days and then I forgot about it. And now I'm using it again because I saw some ads for it. And there on that app is where I write some habits that I want to achieve throughout the week and every day pretty much, but in a more like casual and not so serious way. So I'm not going to put there anything super serious, but I put there like brushing my teeth twice a day, drinking 4 cups of water, like 2 liters of water pretty much, and doing like a little bit of journaling and taking deep breaths and do my stand-up desk exercises, all of that. And it's just like micro habits, I think that's the name that I put in there. And that actually helps a lot because you receive notifications from it and you have to interact with it. So it kind of makes you aware that you have habits that you need to build. And you have a little pet. And it's super cute. And I feel like it's something like extra because it's on my phone, but honestly makes a little bit of a difference, and that's all I need. Honestly, sometimes I just need to look at it and see, oh shoot, I haven't read today, so I'm going to put there that I haven't read 2 chapters today, but I'm going to do it as soon as possible. Okay, so I have all of my lines drawn on. They are way more simpler to do than these ones, so I'm glad I'm just doing this now. Now I'm going to do the headers, and I'm using the Zebra Mildliner brush pen and light blue to do them. This is the weird part because you have the lines here, but you know that you actually have to draw these things. And I think this brush pen is losing ink, so I probably need to buy one soon. I hate when pens die, honestly. I have like 700 pens in my collection, but I hate when some of them die. Oh, I forgot to paint this part right here. And this part. Oh, and this one too. This weekly thread is a really big optical illusion. Yeah, we're going to move on to the headers again. Also, if you have any questions for me about journaling or bullet journaling or future themes and collections for my shop, let me know in the comments or in the chat. I'm really excited for everything that I still want to do this year. I feel like this year went by super fast, mainly because it was my first year unemployed and I thought I was going to do a lot more things, but when you plan to do a lot more things and you don't have a real idea of how long those things take to make and the whole other things that happen in your life throughout a year, you think you have a lot more time than you do. And I feel like I had that idea for this year. I thought that because I was unemployed, I would still be looking for a job, but I thought I had a lot more time to create content and dedicate myself to social media. And instead of that, I spent a lot of time reinventing myself, which is not a bad thing, honestly, but it's something that really takes your time away because you really have to understand what you want to do. And that was a really hard phase for me because when you stop and realize that what you're doing is not really what you're doing, you kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of start looking at life as like an opportunity to do different things instead of just something that you are currently doing, you know what I mean? When I was at my IT job, I didn't really have the time to think about what I wanted to do in life, what I like to do. For example, I knew about junk journaling, but I didn't want to start it because I didn't have the time, I didn't have the creativity. My mind was so full of things that that was going to be another one, so I didn't take a chance on that. And I only started this year in March. Hey Mana, thank you so much. I love to see those comments that really make my day. Those comments really makes it worth it to create these lives and be with you like this. I really enjoy that comment. Thank you so much. But as I was saying, when you spend a whole year rediscovering yourself and understanding what you like, you open so many doors that then you feel overwhelmed because you don't know which path to take. And I've always knew that content creation would be my thing. And I've tried so many things this year related to that I feel really happy that I quit my job to pursue this. But at the same time, like, you have so many doors that it's overwhelming because content creation has so many things that you can do that it's not as easy as just following one thing that you're doing. You know, I love content creation, but I also love marketing and understanding how things work in the social world. So I don't do just content creation, I do multiple different things. And I love thinking about something and doing that idea into content creation. That really makes me think about what I've been doing in life. For now, I think I'm in the right path. I'm still searching for a job, and I'm not going to quit searching for a job because I know that I have to find one so I can have a good salary and we can build our house. But content creation will always be part of my day. Even with a job, I don't want to ever stop doing this because I love creating content. That's why I'm searching so hard for a job in this field. Because I feel like I'm so creative that my true talent is being wasted on, right now, on anything, but in my IT job, I was wasting my talent there. So I better have a job that can really explore my creative ideas and allow me to explore other creative options. That's all I'm asking. Okay, my weekly spread is almost finished. I'm just going to write here the days of the week. So Monday, I usually do, yeah, till Tuesday. And I'm doing this like messy aggressive calligraphy. So it's really like distressed. Okay. Last two things. The outline of each box. And this is a normal zebra brush pen, but I'm just using the little tip to make this outline. If you know me, you know that I love monochromatic pages. So of course that I'm loving making this weekly spread with just one color but different shades of it. I don't know why, I just feel like monochromatic pages look so nice. Also, if you have any ideas of things that I could add on my shop, that'll be really nice to hear. Because for now I just have art prints and sticker sheets and sticker flakes, but I really want to add more stuff. Maybe create patterns and stuff like that. Maritza, I'm from Portugal. I'm from Lisbon. Have you been to Portugal? I really want to create more things for my shop, and I'm really excited now for this shop update coming in August. I want to share all the products that I'm going to release with my Ko-Fi members and have their opinion on it. I want to create advent calendars too. There are so many things for Christmas, but there are so many things that I want to do. I'm really excited for the shop update. Okay, last thing to do on my weekly spread. As you can see, it's really fast to do this weekly spread. Your parents have been to Portugal. Nice. Oh, you're in Las Vegas. I really want to go to the United States. I really want to visit United States, especially in like Halloween season. Probably in Texas. I think Texas is the biggest city for Halloween, but correct me if I'm wrong. But one of my dreams is to go to United States on Halloween and see all the houses decorated, go to Spirit Halloween and Hot Topic, and really have your Halloween experience in the US. We don't really celebrate Halloween in here, so some kids do trick-or-treating, but it's not the same thing. Okay, we're almost finished here. Just finishing these wavy lines here. It's funny that both my July and August themes had wiggly lines on their setup. It was not intentional though. Okay, that's it. this is my weekly spread for next week of July. Then here I'm going to have my review for the month. And here is my August theme. If you missed it, I already posted my plan with me. So yeah, thank you so much for joining my weekly spread live, and I hope you have an amazing week next week, and I'll see you in my next video on Saturday. Bye guys.